Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and the Chancellor. I declare that the 639th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Dr. Susan Tai, and I have the privilege to serve as Provost and Vice President Academic at McMaster University. This afternoon, I will also serve as your Master of Ceremonies, and I have great joy in welcoming all of you graduates and guests to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urged for the peaceful sharing of Earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only a small step on our shared path to reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would now like to take this opportunity to acknowledge some notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santee Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Vice President and Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne. Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic. Associate Vice Presidents, Vice Deans, Associate and Assistant Deans, Chairs, Executive Directors, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, may I ask that everyone in the hall please switch off any electronic devices that may ring or beep during the ceremony. I would now like to call upon Chancellor Santi Smith to make her welcoming remarks and then deliver the Thanksgiving address.
Nyawa, thank you, Provost Tai. Sego, sewaguego, greetings, everyone. Wat guanualado, welcome. Honored guests, staff, family, friends, colleagues, and faculty members, and most importantly, graduands. We are gathered today to share, to celebrate accomplishments, and to extend our gratitude. It's an honor to be with you all today. Let's take a moment to acknowledge and express our gratitude through the Ohandu Galiwadegwe, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving address, spoken in Gaingeha, the Mohawk language. Se watuhosios ne gat ne galewesa ne ona angali hohetste ne ganawala donsirla. These words of wisdom intend to unite our minds and hearts in acknowledgement, to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to living entities, and remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance, and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. Daitinu walaro ne ongwe su'a, eto na yontahaget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, our family, our friends. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne yatini stoha johonjade eto na yontahaget ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to Mother Earth, for she is our mother and provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gane galunyo, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, and so we must keep it pristine. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gonjunk su'a, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give greetings to the fish life, who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne yotunduni, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines which purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne odzit no wa su'a, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne jon hekwa, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for their nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne wahyari yonta eto na yonta haget ne naguat nagula. We give greetings to the fruit life who help to nourish our body, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gonzirio eto na yonta haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us and who we consider our teachers and guides, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne zito ongua, eto na yonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to the birds whose beautiful singing uplift our spirits and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. Daiti nu walara ne galunda ongua, eto na yonto hage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. The roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our body. We are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. Daiti nu walaro ne zower la warnier eto na yonto hage ne nagwa nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and receive messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. Dai tinu walaro ne ladiwerlas eto na yonta hage ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voice of lightning and thunder bring on the replenishing and renewing rains, so be it in our minds. Datsi dawanualaro ne anjangene galakwa eto na yonta hage ne nagwat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to eldest brother sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne asata nega wat nirale eto na yonta hage ne nagwat nagula. We give thanks and acknowledgement to our grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on our waters, governing of cycles, women, and birth, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne yodzit no wa su'a eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We give greetings and thanks to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look up into the nighttime sky, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne deyonkiaradom eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We give greetings to our protectors, our spiritual guardians who provide us with clarity of mind and peace in our hearts, so be it in our minds. Datsi dawanu walaro ne gansant stancer la goa sa oyela eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We give thanks to all of creation, the creative energy that lives and moves in every entity and that lives and moves in each one of us, so be it in our minds. Da eto ni gawanage, da eto. That short, very condensed Thanksgiving address is a humble acknowledgement and a reminder of the immensity of creation, the living universe of which we human beings are a very small part. It reminds us to frame our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. Skana means peace and balance. Peace and balance within ourselves and in all of our relationships to kin, our community, and to the environment. And we are so grateful to be here today in this moment, in acknowledgement, in celebration of all of your achievements, and to recognize each graduate. Your dedication and perseverance has led you to this significant milestone, and it's a day of celebration not only for you and those who have supported you along the way. Today, we acknowledge the support of family, friends, colleagues, faculty, and staff of McMaster University who have played a crucial role in your success, with a round of applause. Now, thank you. Graduands, you have achieved a great deal to get to this moment. Celebrate, be reflective, enjoy this time, soak it all in. Yoyanale, congratulations, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to welcome Dr. Steve Ranilovic, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, to the podium to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Well, good afternoon. What a wonderful day to celebrate our graduates and the road they've taken to this moment. I remember myself taking this journey, well, not just a little while, a long while back, but nonetheless, I can attest that I remember very clearly that it was not an easy road at all. At points, you hit those flat spots that make things seem a little tedious. A lot of reading, a lot of taking notes, a lot of revising, and yes, reading some more. And then suddenly you're at full speed with exams and papers and manuscripts and presentations and thesis drafts seemingly crashing towards you from all directions. Sometimes you even hit a dip in the road. Perhaps things don't seem as clear as you had hoped. Perhaps months-long experiments just don't come to their anticipated conclusions. But whatever the challenge, you kept going. Then suddenly a hill appears, and there's no choice but to climb. Maybe tough at first because there seems to be a bit of fog and you wade through some confusion, you ask a lot of questions, and yes, you read some more. But the higher you climb, the seemingly easier the climb gets. Those are the moments when your fingers can't type fast enough to keep up with your thoughts, or the days when everything just goes your way in the lab or the lecture hall. I love those days. Then you get to the top, where the doubts and the second-guessing fall away, and everything just feels right. So what do? Well, you start down the hill, and you continue on to the next challenge. Today is more than simply being on top of a hill. You are on the summit of a mountain. And rightly, this part of your journey ends today. But this ending is also a beginning. And you can see from your lofty vantage point roads leading in all directions down the mountain. And now it's time for you to choose the next road. The next journey may continue into academia or other avenues of research. It could lead to government and policy making. Perhaps it winds towards invention and entrepreneurship, or teaching, healthcare, creativity, or the arts. There's so many paths from which to choose. I'm thrilled and privileged that you spent part of this journey with us here at McMaster because you've enriched this community in immeasurable ways. This is an exciting moment. Revel in it because you've earned it. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ranilovic. I would now like to welcome Dr. Paul O'Byrne, Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, to present the honorary degree recipient.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tai. Chancellor Smith, by the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Janice J. Eng. Janice Eng is a registered physical therapist who began her career working in the clinical environment at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. She was a lecturer at the University of Toronto for a year before completing a PhD in kinesiology at the University of Waterloo, and then a postdoctoral placement at Simon Fraser University. In 1997, she started at the University of British Columbia as an assistant professor in the School of Rehabilitation Science and the Faculty of Medicine. At UBC, Dr. Eng has been Associate Director of the International Collaboration on Repair Discoveries, the University Delegate for the Canadian Institutes of Health Research, the Health Research Advisor for the UBC Office of the VP Research and International, and the Associate Dean of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. She is currently a professor in the Department of Physical Therapy and the Faculty of Medicine, the Director of the Vancouver Coastal Health Research Institute's Rehabilitation Research Program, and she is also a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair in Neurological Rehabilitation and a University Killam Professor, UBC's highest faculty honor. Dr. Eng's research has influenced neurological rehabilitation practice both in Canada and internationally. She developed, for example, innovative treatments such as high-intensity exercise to optimize brain recovery after stroke, as well as wearable robotic devices to enable people recovering from a severe stroke to walk. She also shaped clinical practice through the Graded Repetitive Arm Supplementary Program, which is now utilized in more than 45 countries, and the Fitness and Movement Exercise Community Exercise Program. She recently adapted both initiatives into virtual formats to help people recovering during the isolation of the pandemic era. Her work has also influenced the Canadian Best Practice Guidelines, aerobic exercise recommendations to optimize best practices in care after stroke, the American Heart Association scientific statement, physical activity and exercise recommendations for stroke survivors, and the Canadian-led Stroke Recovery in Motion Community Exercise Planning Guide, as well as the International Stroke Recovery and Rehabilitation Roundtable recommendations. The lead researcher for the Spinal Cord Injury Rehabilitation Evidence Project and co-principal investigator of the CanStroke Recovery Network, Dr. Eng has been recognized with several awards and honors, including the March of Dimes Canada Jonas Salk Award for Lifetime Achievement in Science and Medicine, the YWCA Woman of Distinction Award, and an honorary doctorate from Université Laval. She received the Canadian Institutes of Health Research Foundation Research Award and has been named the Green Lecturer in Physical Therapy by Springfield College and was recognized with the Distinguished Achievement Award for Overall Excellence from the UBC Faculty of Medicine. She is also a Fellow of the Canadian Academy of Health Sciences and one of only 10 physical therapists among the 700 academic fellows. Chancellor Smith, it is an immense pleasure to present Janice Eng on this stage today so that McMaster University may add to that list of accolades by conferring upon Dr. Eng the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Janice Eng, by the authority of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Thank you. You can sign the book. I would now like to invite Dr. Eng to deliver the convocation address.
Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, faculty, graduates of 2023, and distinguished guests. I'm deeply honored to be addressing your class today. Congratulations. I've had the privilege with working with many of your faculty over the years, and it's an incredible honor to be at the university that has played such a pivotal role in evidence-based medicine. My own research trials in stroke have been informed by the seminal works from McMaster University's Dr. David Sackett and Dr. Gordon Guyatt. I could not do this speech with mentioning the impact of the pandemic. Some of you spent your first few years of university in serious lockdown. Others of you spent the last couple of years resuming what should be a near normal. And I'd like to acknowledge your resilience. I'd like to recognize the faculty and staff here who have helped to keep your university going during those times, developing new ways of teaching. I'd also like to acknowledge the support and the guidance from your family and friends, many who are here today. I work in the relatively new field of implementation science, and in that field, it facilitates the uptake of best practice or evidence-based practice. We have a frequent statistic in our field in implementation science, and it says it takes on average a dismal 17 years to move from innovation and research to implementing something in research practice or in the clinical setting. Now, we saw during the pandemic that it took a mere 3 years for the development of the COVID vaccine, and this went on to win a Nobel Prize this year. Personally, I think getting the vaccine into 5.5 billion people is really worthy of a second Nobel Prize. It shows that research can be moved at lightning speed when everyone is on the same page. I am confident that all of you will accelerate the processes so that patients can benefit from new innovations, whether it's a new drug, a device, advanced therapy protocol. Those of you that are in the discovery, the research, and the commercialization sectors, I ask you to partner with your patients and your healthcare providers so that your innovations can move into practice readily. For our newest healthcare practitioners, keep current and respond to new innovations in practice. You've been provided with training and problem-based learning, and I'm confident that you've acquired the skills for lifelong learning. The learning is not over. It is just beginning. Build your critical thinking by volunteering on committees, working with your peers and mentors, attending conferences, or taking professional development courses. And I dare say, even read a journal once in a while. Patients and their family have expectations for the highest possible quality care. They shouldn't have to wait 17 years for innovations and best practices to come down the pipeline, and all of you are part of that solution. While the delivery of university education has returned to near normal, I would tell you that healthcare has not. During the pandemic, we saw the erosion of trust in health sciences with a lot of misinformation. Now, as you step into these roles as clinicians, health scientists, policymakers, educators, you are now ambassadors of healthcare and health science. Those in research need to ensure that your research and your work is accurate, transparent, including public access to your data. Practitioners, not only will you be expected to provide compassionate care for your patients, but also able to clearly articulate your treatment decisions based on the science. That will gain you trust with your patients and go a long way into rebuilding the public's trust with healthcare. In some cases, healthcare is for the worse right now, with continuing staff shortages, hopefully some that many of you will fill. In other cases, there's been a shift for the better. Patients can be seen in their own homes now with video conference and telehealth. And this is not just for traditional family doctors, but for other health professions, many of you that are represented here today. In my own field of physical therapy, at the start of the pandemic, approximately 5% of visits in physical therapy were by telehealth or video conference. During the pandemic, this increased exponentially to about 85%. And although it has resumed to more normal numbers for telehealth, this practice is still now adopted in physical therapy and providing really important care to our remote and rural communities. This has had a really, truly, and positive impact on increasing access to health care. Telehealth or virtual care is now a mainstay in all sectors of Canadian healthcare. We've learned other lessons from the pandemic. We've learned that in office jobs, many are reducing their physical footprint and working some days at home and finding improvements in mental health. We've learned that not everyone is treated equally. Deaths from COVID in Canada were greatest in racialized communities and low-income populations. The pandemic exposed widespread discrimination against older persons. The system failed to enable our seniors to age safely and with dignity, especially in their long-term care. This pandemic will serve as motivation for your class to solve some of the greatest challenges in healthcare. You have seen our healthcare on the brink of collapse. You've learned to question, you've learned to inquire and to think critically, and I am optimistic that your class will be part of the solution. What can you do to reduce the racial and ethnic disparities in healthcare? How can we take care of our most vulnerable in society? How can we prioritize healthcare so that there's always a limited bottom line? And how do we reduce burnout and improve mental health in our healthcare workers? I feel honored to deliver a speech to a really bright and resilient individuals, you who have persevered your way through this turbulence. The class of 2023 won't be defined by what we have lost through this pandemic, but how you will respond to it. I am very hopeful and optimistic. The world is yours now, and I'm excited to see what you'll do with it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Ng. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Will the graduates please stand? This is the best part of the ceremony. They turn the lights up, and you all stand up and we can see you all. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all.
Please be seated. Graduates, I now ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster community of scholars. I would be delighted to shake your hand or to fist bump or to acknowledge your accomplishments without touching. Our Chancellor will acknowledge your accomplishments without touching. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Keshav Dial. Rodion Gorjevich. Savannah Ashton Kilpatrick. Xuan Xian. Hannah Danielle Stacy. Christian Mansilla. Mariana Molina James. Manisha Pawa. Graham Andrew Brown. Brittany Humphreys. Daria Lawson. Shwe Lee. Sandra Ndimba Ofori. Claudia Sikorski. Jalok Ronjan Talukdar. Liang Yao. Jaskirat Aurora. Éric Marc-André Desjardins. Sophie Poznansky. Neha Sharma. Asfia Sumro. Taylor Sparring. Jacqueline Michelle Trink. Carrie Marion Bullard. Shaminder Kaur Dillon. Anne Kumurenzi. Zi Liu. Heather Kirsten O'Grady. Christina Previtt.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Biomedical Discovery and Commercialization. Manur Adnan. Ryan D'Souza. Michaela Davies. Min Wen Gong. Evan Alexander Hum. Hamna Imtiaz. Sean Joseph Madden. Brenda Inkonge. Zeel Patel. Zinal Patel. Remika Sachdea. Angad Singh. Jasrita Singh. Eric Situ. Victoria Tyndall. Amy Huang. Angela Jinyi Yang. Shutang Yu. Amy Zhang. Madam Chancellor. Don't. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Public Health. Navdeep Kaur Goreya. Jason Habib. Myra Muralithran. Alexandra Michelle Palumbo. Chiara Panozzo. Tegwende Amina Sidhu. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science. Arshpreet Batwa. Zhu Hong Feng. Kate Grace Misaki. Amogenglang Rafina. Kiera Alitz. Ruvimbo Pearl Alifisa. Catherine Bernardi. Rose Teresa Bonello. Katie Anna Brazil. Naomi Brown. Lucy Kathleen Margaret Burton. Samantha Kaluti. Melanie Carrigan. Rebecca Cote. Natalie Favero. Emma Grace Granville. Samantha Michelle Hill. Latoya Nicole Hilson. Amina Kadri. Alicia Lillian Spinks Landy. Alexandra Kathleen Howard Morden. Allison Naylor. Darian Nicole Rogers Cisak. Michelle Marie Smith. Ausha Erkart. Julia Elizabeth Verdugo. Sareen Ali. Saif Alam. Sandra Alexander. Jeremy Andre Joseph Alves. Selena Thendral Anthony. Ashley Eba Assam. Dina Sarah Atala. Manmeet Benipal. Rika Burmand. Caleb Daniel Breslin. Chloe Champion. Celine Chen. Janath Kaur Chokar. Clarice Connolly. Mohammed Yusser Isar. Fadi Istafo. Daniela Golardo. Rishika Geda. Diana Goldfield. Milan Graywall. Vipul Gupta. Anahidra Hidari. Dalia Hataut. Amal G. Noor Simsam. Catherine Shin Yu Hu. Syed Asad Irfan. Hassana Jayawardana. Lindsay Johnson. Javeria Karim. Syed Somad Khan. Saruk Khan. Taranum Khan. Hiba Kuller. Nupur Krishnan. Shauna Lethbridge. Faith Lauren Meltzer. Levy Thomas Manson. Brianna Marie Marshall. Hassan Musud. Leanna Matthew. Karishma Mehta. Maria Mudassir. Gurinder Singh Multani. Minahil Nadim. Gabrielle Natividad. Haley No. Mihir Pandya. Aaron Han Parsons. Mitchell William Palarin. Alexia Piccolo. Haley Ann Pineda. Aljina Rahat Qureshi. Jonathan David Ramdawar. Amy Ramsey. Nina Na Awura Randolph Koranteng. Malik Walid Raza. Nayati Setish. Aditi Gabrielle Salvarge. Durmit Shah. Rimal Shabazz. Januni Shanjeth. Shana Shrikant. Anna Karina Skandalakis. Tyler Cole Soberano. Jack Edward Reed Stevenson. Clayton Strobel. Naomi Keiko Suzuki. Isabel Tamazian. Gloria Amy Van. Shauna Vij. Meryl Ray Dawes Vilkasten. Heidi Willikus. Aiden Scott Woodward. Abisha Yogaratnam. Amina Zahid. Abdullah Zaidi. Mariam Ray Album. Redana Kalchibaru. Jose Danilo Bengzon Diestro. Roseanne Ferreira de Fritas Ezubio. Andrea Krishna Pillai, Fatima Marizeh Fashami, Sushmita Palpotu, Mansi Nikishkumar Patel, Anyanya Patak, Onlak Romsombum, Shipra Tanajay, Alex Tabane, Justin Wu, Sigma Ani Ali, Susan Bessonette, Arunimu Deb, William Armstrong Hosak, Young Min Kim, Kevin Dilap Mehta, Adriana Olszewski, Matthew Tremble, Fardauza Ahmad Abdi, Gofran Abdulullah Al-Abdimi, Sophie Enright, Melanie Karsgaard, Louise Lee, Andy Jade McAndrew, Alexandra Page Steele, Maria Sunil, Mintuan Teo, April Dawn Favioli, Claire Gage, Nagin Halabian, Katrina Kidd, Fatima Shirazi, Hannah Ashley on Consul, Amandra Beaudry, Jordan Marjorie Bridges, Rachel Faubert, Christopher Ed Galliano, Megan Jameson, Kevin Min, Bronwyn O'Neill, Patricia Katrina Kelly, Alicia Reale, Aaron Nicole Stahera, Matthew Walters, Dennis Duo Wong, Lauren Marlin Broders, Christopher Ryan Farley, Julia Harrington, Eric Wynn, Aaron Noble, Brenda Nibuka Naiga,
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science Occupational Therapy. Ethan Antonio Antidormi. Kimberly Nicole Aspros. Erin Elizabeth Burnley. Courtney Jessica Bowles. Julia Veronica Brudzinski. Joel Chandler. Dao Ming Dominic Chung. Ashley Maria Croswell. Aubrey Laurel Walker Davis. Kanya Shea DeBoer. Samantha Fernie. Jacob Hordick. Heather Lisa Hovarucha. Ellen Hannah Jacobson. Shayla Jamani. Jenna Jeffries. Ashdeep Kanotra. Do Young Kim. Hannah Elizabeth Kurilik. Jenny Lecour. Ji Young Mary Lee. Rachel Lee. Paige Lindsay Zoe Lerit. Cindy Lee. Angela Shin Ru Lin. Victoria Loy. Janelle Luman. Ana Beatriz Mamorich Lopez. Jade Mardlin. Juliana Nicole Marfisi. Jacqueline Mauer. Bryn Muriel Lorraine MacArthur. Anna McMenemy. Maria Morkos. Malia Salman Nihal. Neha Hemant Prajapati. Marisa Louisa Rasso. Heather Ann Rogers. Elizabeth Diane Roder. Megan Alessandra Romagnolo. Nicole Rondillo. Madison Rosenau. Maheen Shahid. Hannah Brooke Schilling. Jessie Ann Sonoda. Ashley Tioret. Lin Ling Wang. Kate Wiersig. Paul Shu. Madam Chancellor, May I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science Physiotherapy. Zaina Abu Georgi. Marina Angel. Aida Baba Hamse. Alexa Beland. Anna Bhatti. Bushra Bhatti. Akhilesh Bhushan. Jessica Butterfield. Natalie Chan. Tiffany Chung. Emma Coulter. Marianne Grace DeVere. Harmandeep Singh Dhaliwal. Christine Ellsworth. Fausta Fezolka. Jessica Eleanor Gingrich. Leonardo Giron. Jessica Grace Glugosh. Kate Griffard. Sophie Haley. Fadi Hanna. Lauren Marie Harding. Sydney Hiltz. Kaylin Ni Huin. Rupal Jariwala. Niv Jayasilan. Michaela Kashurba. Sara Kursmanovich. Alexis Gail Lejambe. Hank Lee. Feng Lin. Connor Kanami McQueen. Jessica Melissa Moretto. Julie Amanda Morrow. Khang Trong Nguyen. Katie Linglu Nicodema. Ebuka Osuji. Riley Victoria Padula. Chantel Puistra. Benjamin Prévost. Rachel Leanne Radu. Catherine Dominika Rastin. Mark Rukovina. Danielle Riza. Michael Slomchevsky. Rachel Mayer Soletsky. Alana Margaret Streicher. Jill Kathleen Van Dam. Jacqueline Viehweger. Isabella Claudia Fiel. Bonnie Wong. Paula Weinberg. Brittany Marie Winitoy. Timothy Wong. Nathan Yu. Kevin Kwai Yu. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science, Speech Language Pathology. Manit Pal Badesha. Shaina Lara Benjamin. Chantel Marie Boyles. Carly Elisa Bregman. Taylor Colangeli. Elisa Erin Maria DiMarco. Ruhid Grewal. Hiba Gadusi. Juliana Head. Hannah Jane Houston. Mehdia Katal. Sharithra Kurubalingam. Rejoice Laboranti. Bethany Loshusan. Hannah Jordan Moskowitz. Makaya Vile O'Grady. Mayura Rajashri. Gillian Audrey Swan. Francesca Talarico. Hafsa Tariq. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Medicine. Nadev Gasna. Nihil Patil.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jonathan Earl Balbastro. Antoine Goyer. Katerina Adele Gualtieri. Mark Wanga Sindeti Mamasi. Sveta Prakash. Brianne Helena Woodstra.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences, Physician Assistant. Ripley Elizabeth Antonacci. Selina Fidanza. Lindsay Gesh. Navreet Singh Gill. Cara Ippolito. Nikki Jansen Spitman. Emily Louise. Megan Doyle McLean. Ishita Paliwal. Jaimin Alexandra Pegg. Greta Raful. Gillian Elizabeth Riesendahl. Mena Soliman. Christine Walker. Devin Whittaker. Zachary Wiedemann. Mathura Yoga Rajan.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences, Honors. Nathan Gerald Crooks. Jathashika Ilagukumaran. Neela Thangalavilu. Amalon Gaze Wareta. Michelle Ma. Karanveer Kaur Nahal. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences. Muhammad Yasin Abbas. Anwar Abdi. Abdullah Abukaidiji. Amro Abu Khadija. Ashna Agarwal. Mason Anderson. Kanishtrayan Bhaskaran. Gurleen Bogle. Tessa Carr. James Choi. Andy Tsui. Demetrios Darris. Dalraj Dillon. Annika Garg. Lena Ghani. Isaac Glassman. Felix Hu. Angela Huang. Alex Huyn. Jiwon Huang. Sarah Kang. Gabrielle Katz. Arul Kuhad. Daniel Jack Kwan. Ariana Kaylin Ladha. Donnie Haoyan Lee. Emily Leong. Clement Ling. Jean Lin. Neil Lin. Hala Madi. Sricheri Nana Paneni. Faizan Naveed. Luca Newton. Adelia Padawan. Lewis Park. Yu Yun Park. Justin Fung. Sahaj Puri. Elisa Brenda Angelica Quinton. Deepta Ramakrishnan. Simrit Rana. Assis Singh. Alex Sai. Andrew Tang. Eileen Tang. Rida Takir. Gabrielle Trepanier. Sriyasri Varadarajan. Bhargavi Venkatamaran. Emily Wolfson. Carolyn Wang. Yifan Wang. Sarah Catherine C.K. Wong. Alexander Xiong. Grace Xiong. Aisha Yaya. Tiffany Yu. Aisling Zhang. Betty Zhang. Eric Zhang. Andy Zhu.
Let's give one more round of applause for our graduates. Woo! I would now like to introduce Rimal Shabazz, a graduate of the degree Master of Science in the Global Health Program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, Provost Tai, Vice Provost Ranelovic, Dean and Vice President O'Brien, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. My name is Rimal Shabazz, and I am so honored to be this year's Faculty of Health Sciences valedictorian. I remember being overjoyed about moving to Hamilton for my undergrad in 2018, largely because my curfew was about to be extended for the first time in 17 years. Turns out, though, that moving apart from my family was not for me. My grades took a dive to the Mariana Trench, and I was devastated. That is when my father said one thing to me, along with a million other things, but one thing I remember clearly is that he made a fist, signifying power, and spoke in Punjabi, but this is me translating. He said, "Rimal, you have to be iron." Ironically, my doctor soon prescribed me pills because I was iron deficient. But anyways, the point that he was trying to make was that I had to be strong and that I needed to persevere. And I did. We all did. Like iron, we may have bent, but we never broke. As we graduate from McMaster University today, we have exemplified that similar to iron, our potential is vast. I dreamed of delivering the valedictory address at my graduation in grade 6, then in grade 8, and in grade 12. I tried so hard, but I never got it. One of the many valuable lessons that I have learned at my 5 transformative years at McMaster is that everyone has their own timeline. That if there was something you wanted more than anything else in the world and you didn't get it, you might not understand why that happened to you right then and there. But when you reason and you have patience, trust me, you recognize the learning experience and growth behind it. All good things take time. And when you put your best efforts and hard work into achieving your goals, you will get them, even if it takes 10 years like it took me to be valedictorian. I'm talking about my challenges because we need to normalize discussing our failures so that those who come after us know that it is okay to think like, what am I doing with my life during a 2-hour commute to campus? And that it's also fine to come into undergrad ready to be a doctor and then realize that maybe something else works better for me. It does not matter how many times we fail. What matters are the lessons we derive from our downfalls and how we use that as fuel in the pursuit of our dreams. Dear graduating class of 2023, congratulations on this monumental achievement. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our parents, friends, siblings, and loved ones. Thank you for being there for us when we needed you the most. I'm so grateful to my supervisor, Dr. Allison Williams, all our professors, and the McMaster community. We are here today because of the unparalleled support that we got from you all. Thank you. As we stand at this new threshold in our lives, I want to make some requests from you all. Please uphold the values that McMaster stands for and has reinforced in our lives. Advocacy for inclusivity, serving our communities, and contributing towards a positive impact on human and societal wellness. Well, I know those are big statements, but let's just start with the simple and sweet acts of smiling at one another, respecting our loved ones, being kind to our neighbors, and giving charity if we can afford to do so. Please strive to use the learning that McMaster has given us to always help those in need, those who are facing prolonged injustices and need our voices, especially on a transnational scale. Okay, I want to leave you all with one quote that I hold really close to my heart, and that is, "Inna ma'al usri yusra." Truly, with hardship comes ease. Life will test us in various different shapes and forms, but remember, if you face a time of difficulty, there will be a time of relief that comes after. But in the meantime, as my father says, you have to be iron. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Rimmel. Now, I would like to invite Vice President and Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne, who will present the Distinguished University Professor Award and the Governor General's Gold Medal Academic.
The Distinguished University Professor title recognizes exceptional McMaster faculty who lead in all the areas that make a well-rounded scholar. Not only do nominees achieve outstanding research with global impact, but they also demonstrate excellence in teaching, in mentorship, and in community service throughout their careers. This title, which is restricted to no more than 2% of all full-time faculty members, is the highest honor that McMaster University can bestow. It is my pleasure to present the Distinguished University Professor Award to Dr. Mark Crowther. Congratulations, Dr. Crowther. I encourage everyone to follow the QR code listed in the program to read about Dr. Crowther's outstanding contributions. Now, the Governor General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards a student in Canada can receive. Established in 1873, this honor recognizes exceptional academic achievement at the high school, collegiate, undergraduate, and graduate levels. Each year, McMaster awards just 2 Governor General Gold Medals to students at the university who have achieved the highest academic standing at the graduate level. Earning this accolade not only places this year's recipient among the top students to graduate from McMaster, it places them among the very top students in all of Canada. On behalf of Their Excellency, the Right Honourable Mary Simon, it gives me great pride to present the Governor General's Academic Gold Medal to Dr. Sophie Poznansky. Chancellor Smith, I ask that you and all those present join with me to express recognition of this achievement.
Congratulations, Dr. Cruther and Dr. Poznansky. I would now like to draw your attention to the screen, which will feature a message from the McMaster Alumni Association.
Hello, I'm Kareem El-Imam. I graduated from McMaster in 2006 with a Bachelor's of Science. I'm the current president of the McMaster Alumni Association. In 1894, at the end of our university's first convocation, there were 16 McMaster alumni. Today, you join a family of more than 229,000 alumni in 144 countries. All of us have back memories, just like you do. We remember our classes and clubs, our labs and sports. We look back on friends and challenges, on Max places, and people, and we know that we share connections with thousands of other Mac grads. The McMaster Alumni Association's job is to give all of us, including you, pathways to connect and engage with our fellow grads and our alma mater. We can help you grow professionally, learn from fellow alumni, and take care of everything from insurance to real estate to financial services and so much more. Today is about you and your graduation, but when you're ready, your Alumni Association will be here. Until then, congratulations and welcome to the MAC Alumni family.
May I invite Dr. Farrar back to the podium to deliver his President's Address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winner, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2023, friends and family. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you, how very proud I am of you. During your time at McMaster, we have experienced exceptional levels of disruption when the COVID pandemic forced all of us to radically change our ways of teaching and learning. Nevertheless, you persisted, and here you are today. We have heard some very inspiring remarks today, starting with the beautiful Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address by our Chancellor and thoughtful speeches by our honorary degree recipient and our valedictorian. I want to pick up on something our honorary degree recipient said. So let me add a few final thoughts as we bring this ceremony to a close. The world you're graduating in can be distinguished from the previous ones by its complete interconnectedness. Today, information on most topics is just a click away. We can find material on any subject by cruising the web and searching interesting stories, ideas, photographs, and opinions. Having so much information can be useful, but it has led some to believe that we can all be experts on everything, from science and politics to culture and to education. Of course, reading a few articles on the internet does not make one an expert. As one American researcher put it, Google isn't graduate school. One of the problems in the growth of internet expertise has become the increase in people's reliance on easily available and quickly absorbed information, much of it misinformation, and the devaluation of real expertise. And many researchers have pointed out the rampant distrust of expertise can have real-life, severe consequences. Last year, a grassroots movement fueled largely by anger and frustration, but also by misinformation, arrived in Ottawa in a large convoy of big trucks and air horns. A year and a half later, we're still trying to understand what led to the development of the Freedom Convoy and what it means for Canadian discourse and decision-making. The public fights about masks and vaccines, lockdowns, and even the idea of public health information has exposed some deep divides in Canadian society. Earlier this year, the Public Policy Forum surveyed 1,500 young adults from across Canada on the subject of polarization. Among the findings, the forum's consultants revealed that many people are feeling anxious, exhausted, and stifled by polarization in the media, the political environment, and in their own lives. They're looking for ways to have conversations without being canceled, to be supported when they are discussing issues of importance to them. They've identified the need to build or rebuild trust with leaders in our civic spaces. They want to be able to rely on experts when talking on issues that matter to them, including climate change, mental health, and affordable housing. So what does this have to do with your graduation and the journey that begins now for you? One of the privileges of working and studying at a research-intensive university such as McMaster is the opportunity to spend time with people who are considered knowledgeable or experts in their field. Experts exist for a reason. They have dedicated years of their lives to study, research, and practice in their respective areas. They provide us with insights and solutions that benefit society as a whole. They are the ones who can help us make sense out of the complexities of the world, and they play a vital role in driving progress. They guide us. Studying alongside experts and learning to think critically about big questions is the reason people come to universities. It is an opportunity to examine data, to consider different perspectives, to look at history, to seek out information beyond your own bubble, to make time for courageous conversations, to debate, to hear dozens of different viewpoints, interpretations, and theories, to change your mind or develop a more complex understanding of difficult issues, to look for truth in unexpected places, to begin the process of becoming an expert. We are undoubtedly facing very serious issues today, locally, nationally, and globally, and some of them are existential in nature. These issues require all of us to participate in complex, compassionate, and thoughtful conversations to formulate responses together that are fair, equitable, and capable of meaningful impact. Whatever your area of study, your McMaster education has equipped you with the power to address the most pressing questions of our time, from climate change to public health, to social justice or economic inequality. We need your intelligence, we need your passion, and we need your expertise more than ever. We also need your energy in the vital project of rebuilding trust in our institutions and our experts. During your time at McMaster, you will have had the opportunity to think deeply and critically about your area of study and to listen to others with differing ideas and interpretations. I'm confident that you will take that experience and insight from your time in McMaster and use those to build trusting relationships in your career and your life. And finally, as many people have noted, it takes a village to get us all through a major accomplishment like a university degree. So I hope you will take some time to thank all of those people in your life who have helped you get here. The end of your studies and the granting of your degree may feel as if you're crossing a finish line, but you're actually just beginning, and I wish you the very best in your journey.
Thank you, Dr. Farrar. May I now invite Chancellor Smith back to the podium to deliver the closing remarks.
Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2023. Yoyanale in Gaingerham translates to mean well done or good job. And I want us to shout it out together. So repeat after me in a loud voice. Yo! Yan! Early! And then we put it together after 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale! I think we can do a little bit better than that. Use your big voice. Fill up the space. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale! Good job. I'd like to bring us back to the mindfulness that was heard in the Thanksgiving address, a reminder of our gratitude and interconnectedness, and the responsibility we bear for the world we leave behind. In closing, let us reflect on all the great offerings we heard today, upon the principles of the dish with one spoon. And I'll leave you with one other call to be led by, and it's the 7th generation teachings. The 7th generation principle is this: the decisions we make today will impact the next 7 generations. It's the wisdom of forward thinking, upholding sustainability and the well-being of the planet and all of its inhabitants for generations to come. We are all a part of this, extending into the future to our future kin. As we celebrate the achievements of the graduates, we look forward to the positive impact you will undoubtedly have on your communities and in the world. Ramal, Sophie, Dr. Crowther, and Dr. Ng, congratulations, Yoyanale, on all your achievements and for sharing your work and your words with us and to inspire us in our journey. As Karim eloquently said, you are all now graduates and members of the McMaster alumna family. Dr. Farrar, Nyawa, thank you for sharing your words of wisdom and your insight and charging us with purpose to always be questioning each other. And in closing, best wishes to you all. In closing, I encourage graduates and guests to make their way up to the mezzanine level where a number of photo opportunities have been set up in and around the Great Hall. I would ask that you remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in the singing of the national anthem, and after the singing of the national anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.